Good morning, everybody. Somehow it is Wednesday again. These weeks are flying by. Hopefully, your school year is off to a great start, or if it hasn't started yet, hopefully you're getting ready for school. And today we're going to be talking about, in this Ask Enable video, something more specific. And it has to do to some of the questions I've been getting that's been related to school subjects. So I know that that's top of mind if you guys are getting ready to start back into the school routines. And so a lot of these videos that we've talked about have been more broad. They've been more focused on legacy, and they've been talking about mindset and those sort of things. But lately I've been getting a lot of specific questions on certain topics. So this week I've got a lot of questions on the ABLE Act and the ABLE accounts. And we've gotten general questions like, what is the ABLE Act? And how does it work for my family? And how do I qualify? How do I sign up for the ABLE account for my child? So today what I'm going to do is just run through a lot of the basics on this ABLE account. If you have specific questions of things that I didn't cover today, let me know and we can run a future Ask Enable video on that. So basically the ABLE Act was passed in 2014, and it was a way for individuals who were receiving government benefits, which is SSI and Medicaid and the Medicaid waiver, to be able to save more than the $2,000 limit that had previously been established. So individuals getting SSI could not have more than $2,000 of assets in their name, excluding some certain assets like a home and a car, but they couldn't have more than $2,000 of certain assets if they were still going to receive government benefits. So this is a way that families are now able to save for their child, and the individuals with the disability are able to save for themselves without being disqualified for some of these health benefits and some of these income benefits that many of us are reliant on and need to have continue coming in. And so it's been a great way for families to think about future planning. And so, you can save up to $300,000 in this account without disqualifying you from Medicaid. However, you can save up to $100,000 and to be able to keep both your Medicaid and your SSI money coming in. So $100,000 is usually about the max that I tell families you want to make sure your ABLE account stays under. And $15,000 is this year's max of how much you can contribute inside your child's account without any types of penalties. Unlike a 529, because it's very similar to a 529, this ABLE Act has different investment options. You can have it all in cash, or you can all have it the entire amount in 100% of the stock market, or you can have it in a varying degree of risk levels that are appropriate for you and your family. And so that's similar to a 529. And like a 529, an ABLE account, if it's used for a qualifying expense, there's no taxes on the gains. And there's no penalties of taking this out. So it's a tax-free way of growing your money for certain expenses that are in the future. However, the difference between this and a 529 is that you have so many more options of how you can use these funds. With a college savings account, 529, you can only use that money for qualifying educational expenses. And so if you don't use it for school, you get taxed, you get penalized. But for an ABLE account, you can use it on education. However, you can also use it on housing expenses. You can use it on transportation. You can use it on any employment services that you need. If your child needs a job coach, if he or she needs something that's related to their employment, that is covered. Anything health and wellness is also covered. I think I mentioned transportation, but there's so many other expenses that you guys can use with these funds that make it a great option for families to save for future expenses. And we can get into the differences between an ABLE account and a special needs trust in a later video if you'd like me to, but they are similar in so many ways in the fact that they do shelter money from the $2,000 max that you can have in your child's name. However, there are so many differences in these plans and in these programs that which one is right for you is such a unique decision that's based on your family's unique experience or expectations of what the future looks like. And so if you guys want more recommendations of, is this right for me or should I be going in a different route, That's more of a one-on-one conversation that we need to have, but it's one that we can absolutely have with you if this is a concern or these are questions that you have. Let me know if you have anything else. If you want me to dive into anything more specific with this type of account or any other accounts, let me know. Would love to do it. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday.